Hi everyone, welcome back to the What Comes to Mind series. Today we're on episode 17 talking about flexibility. Let's go. So flexibility is defined as the ability to move muscle and joints to a full range of motion. Now you probably heard it in yoga, in sport exercises, and it's often referred to as stretching. So stretching is a key part of keeping nice and flexible. So in terms of anatomy of flexibility, there's a lot of supporting structures like tendons, joints, ligaments that all contribute to help our muscles achieve a full range of motion. But here I want to talk about why flexibility is really underrated. Because no matter how gifted you are genetically, no matter how big your muscles are or how fast you are, if you do not stretch, you will have a problem. And I put this into an applied setting. Think about a 100-meter sprinter, think about a professional sports athlete. Look what they do every day, regardless of their workouts, regardless of how gifted they are or how amazing they are in their sport. They all stretch every single day, all the time. Why? To prevent injuries, to prevent damage to their body. Now, problems with flexibility. If you have a very sedentary lifestyle, there's a lack of exercise, limited movements, that's going to affect those supporting structures and tissues. Just like an elastic band, if it gets very old, it's not been used, and all of a sudden you decide to pull it, there's a bigger chance it's going to actually break or tear. And that is the same thing with your supporting structures like tendons, ligaments. They can be easily damaged if they're not worked and slowly utilized via stretching. And to give you an idea of this scenario, imagine when you have a muscle tear, a muscle pain, your back is really hurting or difficult because you just stood up. Potentially 9 times out of 10, that's because those muscles and those supporting structures haven't been worked out and utilized on a daily basis in some capacity. So when you decide to use those, they can be really stiff and damaged, and as a result, we get those problems we see every day. So whether you do yoga or a form of sport exercise, there are some clear benefits of stretching. And here are a few just for you. Number 1, pain and injuries. As I mentioned earlier, there's a reason why elite athletes stretch all day, every day as part of their workouts. It's to prevent potential injuries later on and potential pain in muscles later on, even when they finish or retire from their exercises or even their sport. That's why we need to stretch in whichever way, shape or form we need to do. Now, number 2, this is a lot more relatable to many people because who doesn't want to feel a bit more energized? Who doesn't want to feel lethargic? And you may see this through yoga, but stretching really helps to increase our blood flow, increase the nutrients into certain areas that may have not got what they need. And as a result, we feel a bit more energized, feel a bit more invigorated. And that's why you see many people, and rightly so, stretching in the morning to feel energized throughout the rest of the day. So from preventing joints and pain issues all the way to actually stretching so we feel even more invigorated. Stretching, that simple. So as we mentioned earlier, if you have rigidity and stiffness, it can actually affect our physical performance and our muscles. But funnily enough, that can actually apply in our real life, because although we need a routine, if you have too much rigidity, too much stiffness, it can actually damage us in our work life, our personal life, and our own life in terms of how we live in general day to day. And that's why I believe we do need a routine, but we need an air of flexibility. Because in the world of research, in my profession, we thrive on flexibility in order for our profession to grow. Our projects develop, our, you can say, experiments change and evolve. And that's because of flexibility. If we have too much rigidity, it can damage our performance. So just like our muscles can't be stiff in order to maximize our productivity, I do firmly believe we need an air of flexibility in order to maximize our own development in whichever walk of life we want to focus on. So that's the end of today's video, episode 17 on flexibility. I hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope you start stretching. But main thing, do let me know what you think about stretching. What is your favorite exercise as well? And stay tuned tomorrow